Chapter 7, from Henny on the Couch. My mind flashed to the morning the planes hit. I'd been trying to get Adam to a sing-along class, but an inconsolable Henny was slowing us down. She hated the stroller. "Put her in your pocket," Adam suggested, his term for the baby carrier. He was right, though. She settled into me. I was sleep-deprived and behind schedule, but the crisp September morning was invigorating. We were letting go of summer, that cool breeze a promise of autumn approaching. "A car, Mama, a car." "Yes, Adam, a car." "Clouds, Mama, clouds." "Yes, Adam, clouds." We walked across 86th Street while I tried to block Adam from noticing the bagel shop. Maybe later was a concept we were still working on. Then I saw the crowd gathered in front of an electronics store. At first glance, I assumed there'd been a robbery, but as we got closer, I saw their somber faces. Something big was happening. "People, Mama, people." "Yes, Adam, people," I whispered, placing a hand on my now sleeping Henny. From behind the display glass, people were watching TV. For a split second, I recalled clips I'd seen of crowds watching Kennedy's motorcade, images that had always seemed quaint to me. I nudged my way in, feeling more curious than frightened. Never again would I be so cavalier. A plane had crashed into the World Trade Center. Fire. This was impossible. People kept looking across the street toward downtown, but it was no use. We couldn't see anything. Not yet. Hours later, smoke and the stench of burnt plastic would waft uptown and linger for days. But those first hours, the picture-perfect fall day remained unscathed, the cruel blessing of survival. The crowd grew around me, strangers all watching. We stood in silence as the mammoth building only 4 miles away spit flames and smoke. And later, dear God, people. "A fire, Mama, a fire," said Adam. "Yes, yes," I whispered. My heart was pounding. The World Trade Center was on fire. Nothing made sense. My eyes were glued to the television when the second plane hit. "What the?" someone said. I clutched the stroller. For a moment, I didn't know what to do. "Damn," said a teenager, breaking my trance. I turned the stroller so Adam couldn't see. Michael. I needed Michael. I just left him brushing his teeth. He was going in late today. His office was midtown, nowhere near this, but none of that mattered. I needed him. Just as I grabbed my phone, it rang. "Kara," said Michael. I know, we're in front of P.C. Richards." Later, he'd tell me he had no idea what that had meant, but at the time, he didn't ask. "Honey," he paused, "go to Willa." Dear God, oh no, oh my God, I said. "Go," he said softly. My city seemed silent. All I could hear was my breath and pounding heart. People were out, but there was no bustle, no honking cars, no random conversations. Street cleaners were still, rollerbladers stone-faced. I glanced at strangers but quickly averted my eyes. In those first hours, you didn't know if the person coming toward you had a husband or daughter or friend down there. "Where are we going, Mama?" asked Adam. "Let's go see Willa." I hoped he didn't sense the panic in my voice. Once outside their apartment, I hesitated. This was the beginning of nothing I wanted. "Willa, it's me," I called. The buzzer was still blaring when we reached the first landing, and for a moment I was annoyed it might wake Henny, a thought I was quickly ashamed of. I held Adam's soft hand and climbed the stairwell. 16, 17, 18, Adam counted while I bargained with God. Maybe she was upstairs and not in that blazing tower. She could have called out sick or taken the morning off. But Willa's girlfriend was a sous chef at Windows on the World, loved her job, and worked hard. It was Tuesday. She was there. She was there, and I loved her, and I loved Willa. 31, 32, 33. Adam's voice got softer when we reached their floor. The door was open. We were still holding hands when we entered. Hanging on the refrigerator was a photo of them taken in Provincetown a few summers back. They were looking at each other, laughing. "Willa," I whispered. She was sitting on the couch with the phone in her hand. The TV was on. Peter Jennings was reporting that a few minutes before 9 o'clock, the south tower of the World Trade Center had been hit by a commercial airliner. We were on the phone, said Willa. A second commercial plane appears to have hit the North Tower minutes ago, continued a calm Jennings. We were on the phone, Willa repeated. I didn't know what to say. I stood like a fool. It sounded like a sonic boom, a caller was telling the anchorman, or an earthquake, she continued. There are unconfirmed reports that there has been a possible hijacking of a commercial airliner, continued Jennings. Willa punched numbers into her phone, listened briefly, hung up, and tried again. Willa, I started. Adam looked at me with big eyes and giggled. We were on the phone, and then nothing, she said.